TikTok and Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And like, if I have any advice, I mean, I don't, you know, I use these apps, but I agree. I think they could be, in some ways, more insidious because it's slower. It's not as obvious what they're doing to you. And I don't think I'm ever going to say delete everything off your phone, but I do think it's worth something to be mindful of. Yeah.
Right. Speak way up loud so I can get my understanding. Can you come forward? Yeah.
I can.
Go ahead. That's it.
What's college? Like what was it? Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. That's a good question. He asked me what was college like. The first part of it was not very fun because I did a lot of drugs and just hid in my room and didn't really hang out with people. The second part of it was pretty amazing, and it's what I'm doing now. I went to UMass Amherst, and I'm now in a master's program for neuroscience, and I'm actually defending my thesis next Wednesday, which is very exciting. So also, if you have questions about science, I love science.
A couple more questions. Nick, and then Rainey. Hold on to the mic. Yes, Nick, nobody can hear you.
I'm also I feel like the urge to quit.
Courage to quit?
Rather than nicotine, how do you get courage to quit?
Ooh. Yeah. With nicotine? Yeah. So I don't have the answer, unfortunately. But I think it's you need to want to. Like, you need something else in your life. Like, this is why, like, you need something bigger than yourself, right? Something needs to be more important than you. And I think that's how it's got to be.
Rainey?
What would you do to replace time you were spent with people who were making confidence statements, like skipping out on class?
Sorry, wait, I didn't hear the last part of that question.
What would you do to replace time that you would have been spending with people who were making confidence statements out on class?
Yeah, oh, wow. That's a good question.
Yeah. So the question was about what would I do, what would I recommend, or what should I have done to not spend time with those people? I think it's actually the same answer to that question. Like, it sucks to like feel like, made fun of or a loser or whatever, like people don't like you. But you can take it if you care about something. Like, yeah, whatever that is, Yeah, I think that's, again, the same answer.
Elizabeth?
Hi, Matt. How are you?
I'm good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to explain to them, you're always against drugs and alcohol and smoking and vaping and everything. Explain to, he got out of it because he had two loving parents who had the resources and finances to help him. Most people don't overcome what you've been through, especially the amount of drugs that you take. So could you kind of explain that this was a very dangerous road to go on? With the love of great parents, you were able to overcome this, but a lot of kids can't. So could you kind of like make this clear that a lot of people are not able to bounce back from what you've been through for that long a period of time?
Yeah.
Thank
The question is about the danger of what I did, how dangerous it was. It's hard to overestimate, I think, because like once you stop caring, right? I mean, at first it's like Phil was saying, at first it's simple and maybe you care and you're like, oh, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do too much or whatever. But then you don't. Eventually you stop caring, and then it's it's one wrong pill, one crazy night, and you're dead. And like it's just true. Like, that's how it is. Yeah.
We've got time for two more questions. We gotta go.
So my question is, we obviously at RBTV have these four pillars that stand by try to represent. How important do you think these pillars are to like getting over something like addiction?
Yeah, that's a great question. The question is about relating the four pillars to getting over substance abuse and substance addiction. And I don't want to make any sweeping judgments about substance abuse, but I will talk for myself and say that they're really everything. I think like it's kind of funny looking like it's when I was here. Like it wasn't until I had to understand why they were important that I was able to understand why they were important. I mean, humility, I think, is, you need something bigger than you. I mean, love and patience, peace. I don't know if you want me to, I mean, they're all deeply intertwined with recovering and living a sober life. And yeah, I could probably go on, but I won't about each of them.
Guys, last one, AJ, we got to wrap. Last one.
My name is AJ Earl. My question is, how do you discipline yourself from relapsing?
The question is, how do you discipline yourself from relapsing? Yeah, that's a great question. The long and short of it is that I have control until I take a drink or do a drug, right? Once I do, then all bets are off. So it's about learning to like identify those initial warning signs, but it's more than that. It's about like building a life that you like and enjoy and finding peace in your life. It's like if you don't, then you're always going to turn back to drugs because you think they'll give you peace.